All right, this is the Saturday edition of Better Bites. My name is A. Daffy Matthew Esiogene. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we try as much as possible to give you advice on what game to bet on, what game not to bet on, and how possible it can go. It's not easy, but it's not something that is impossible. We've seen people win, we've seen people lose. It's more of a game of chance actually, but like they say, it is better to try and fail than not to try at all. There are quite a lot of games today for this Saturday edition. Let's look at the games that are available. Southampton are angry. Yeah, they're angry and they're looking to build on something. So let's see how they can go on this. There's construction work going on around, and you could be hearing some noise. Don't be distracted by that. Focus on what it is that I'm saying, because that's what's important for you. Yes, Southampton is going to be playing against Hull City by 3 o'clock on the Saturday. I tell you, Southampton will win this game. Yeah, Hull City, their relegation woes will be continued. Stoke City playing against West Ham. It's a win for Stoke City in that game. Sunderland playing against Bournemouth. I don't know, but something tells me that Sunderland might not lose this game, so it's a double chance for them to win or draw in this game. West Bromwich Albion playing against Leicester. One game that both teams will score definitely. This game is going to be over 2.5. Crystal Palace playing against Burnley. Crystal Palace have shown a consistent system of winning against the bigger side and struggling against their likes. But then Burnley also don't play well away from home. So it's a double chance here for Crystal Palace. I'm not going to pick them to win outrightly, but it's a double chance for them to win or draw in this game. Now let's move into the games on the Championship, where we would see Brighton and Hove already qualified. But I think that they will win this game just to say thank you to their vociferous supporters at home, as well as Blackburn playing against Aston Villa. I think it's a double chance for Blackburn Rovers in that game. Fulham playing against Brentford. It's a straight win for Fulham in that game. Preston North End playing against Rotherham. Yes, they were responsible for gifting Newcastle that promotion ticket after Newcastle trashed them 4-1. I think that they're going to come over and win this game at least. Reading playing against Wigan. It's a double chance for Reading in that game. Now that's about the English Premier League and the Championship in England. But let's move to the German Bundesliga and see the games that we've got for Saturday. Mainz playing against Mönchengladbach. It's a game where either side can win this game. Both teams definitely will score. Over 2.5? Yes, if you ask me. Both teams will score? Yes, if you ask me. Werder Bremen playing against Hertha Berlin. It's a 50-50 game, but I think it's a double chance for Werder Bremen to win or draw this game. Both teams most likely will score. RB Leipzig playing against Ingolstadt. I'm going to go with RB Leipzig to score and win this game. So over 2.5, yes, and I think RB Leipzig would win as well. Borussia Dortmund playing against FC Cologne. It's a straight win for Borussia Dortmund in this game. Darmstadt playing against Freiburg. I don't think you should put that in your accumulator. But if you must, pick both teams to score. Yeah, Wolfsburg playing against Bayern Munich. We don't know which Bayern Munich will show, but I think Wolfsburg are not strong enough as well. So Bayern Munich would beat them. It's going to be over 2.5 as well. Last time out, they drew 2-2. Yes, Bayern Munich. But I think this time around, they would win. Now, having said that, let's move to the Spanish Primera Division in the La Liga. Real Sociedad will be playing against Granada in the 12 o'clock kickoff. I think Real Sociedad playing at Llanote. They are very, very good. They would win this game. It's a straight win for them. Real Madrid playing against Valencia. Why do I have a feeling that this game will end in a draw? I just don't know, but I think it's going to end in a draw. Yes, everybody thinks that Real Madrid will win this game, but me, I think it's going to end in a draw, so you can as well stay away from this game. UD Las Palmas playing against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid away from home, Las Palmas at home. Atletico Madrid also wants to qualify for the Champions League just in case things don't go well in the Champions League semi-finals. They will still have something to clamp on a direct qualification. I go with Atletico Madrid to win. Espanyol playing against Barcelona. Barcelona knows that they must win. All their other 5 games this season, they must win every single one. I think it's a straight win for Barcelona in this game. Now let's get past that and go to the French Ligue 1. And before we get to the French Ligue 1, let's pick the one game in the Italian Serie A. Turin playing at home against Sampdoria. It looked like a game that Sampdoria will cause problem, but I say Turin will win, straight win. This game is going to be over 2.5. This game, both teams will score as well. Monaco playing against Toulouse. Monaco would win. It's also another game that you can put your money on and say it's over 2.5 in this game because Monaco are the highest scoring side in Europe right now. So that's one. Metz playing against Nancy, both teams to score. That's the best bet. Bastia playing against Stade Reims, double chance for Stade Reims to win away from home. Montpellier playing against Lille, some of the same. I think it's a double chance for Lille to pull a surprise in this game. Guingamp playing at home against Saint-Etienne, both teams to score, double chance for Saint-Etienne as well. FC Nantes playing against Lorient, it's a double chance for FC Nantes. Yes. That's surprising to you, right? Okay, let's go to Portugal and see what's in the Portuguese league. CD Nacional playing against Rio Ave, both teams to score is the surest you can have on that. Boavista playing against CD Tondela. I think Boavista would win this game, but it's a double chance to be on the safe side. Sporting Lisbon playing against GDS Torreira. Come on, it's a straight win for Benfica in this game. Sorry, not Sporting Lisbon. Benfica playing against GDS Torreira Paraia. It's Benfica straight win. GD Chavez playing against FC Porto. Straight up win for FC Porto in this game. Now let's leave the Portuguese league and go to the Scottish Championship. One team that I don't like touching base with is Celtic, but because Celtic is playing the Premiership, in Scotland, because they're playing the 12 o'clock kickoff against Rangers, they don't want to win. I think it's a double chance for Celtic here. It might end in a draw, but I don't think Celtic will lose this game, even though they've won the championship. Yes, Aberdeen playing against St Johnstone. It's a straight win for Aberdeen in this game. Hamilton Academical playing against Kilmarnock. Both teams to score is the surest you can have. But if you really want to go on a team to win, I think it's a double chance for Hamilton Academica. Hearts of Middletown playing against Patrick Tissot. Patrick Tissot are not the team they were last season, not the team they were in the first half of the season. I think that Hearts of Middleton will win this one. Motherwell playing against FC Dundee. I go with a Motherwell win. Maybe a very narrow one, 1-0 or so, but I think Motherwell would win that one. And let's leave Scotland and touch base with the Turkish Superliga, where we have two games in the Turkish Superliga. Kayserispor, Alanyaspor are playing against each other. I think Kayserispor would win that game against Alanyaspor, and Trabzonspor playing against Gençlerbirliği. I think Trabzonspor would win as well. Let's not forget that the UEFA Champions League for women would also go down. Paris Saint-Germain women playing against FC Barcelona. I think Paris Saint-Germain women would win. And then the game Olympique Lyonnais against Manchester City. Olympique Lyonnais ladies will win. They won the first leg 3-1 if I can recall. I think they'll win this game as well. Now let's leave that side of Europe and go to Austria, where it's still very cold in Austria. FK Austria Vienna playing against Sturm Graz. I think Austria Vienna will beat Sturm Graz. RB Salzburg are playing against SV Joscored. I think Salzburg would win as well. Wolfsburg are playing against Mattersburg. It's a double chance for Mattersburg in that game. St. Paul team playing against Altec. Both teams will score. That's the best that you can get out of that game. Now let's travel a little bit down and go to some other league in Norway, where they also play very, very good football there. There's one game that we can pick on. SK Brann playing against Vikings FK. I think Brann would win. Former club of, I think it was Shea Olofenjana also. I think SK Brann will win that one. In the Russian Premier League, there are two games that I want to pick here. FC Lokomotiv Moscow playing against Rubin Kazan. I think Moscow will win. And then the game between Terek Grozny and FC Ural, I think Terek Grozny would win as well. We've come to the end of the Saturday edition of Bet Advice. I am very, very pleased that you take your time, your data to watch what I'm putting out here. It doesn't show that I'm the only person doing it. A whole lot of people are doing it, but it's a promise that I made to you guys, and I'm trying my best to keep that promise. Let's hope that I can be as consistent as you would want me to be. But I promise that I'm not taking you guys for granted. I'm not just disappearing. There is a whole lot that goes into the production. If you look now and go back to where we started, where I just have to pick up my phone and record, you'll notice that there's a whole lot of production work going on here. It means I'm not the only person doing it, and there's a whole lot of people involved in doing this production. Some people are doing it because they like what we're doing, and they're spending their time and their energy and resources to make it happen. I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Yinka, Image Crystalia. You can also follow him, the best photographer a man can ask for, and it's the best man when it comes to your wedding occasions and any occasions you have in terms of video and all that. It's the guy who's picked up this job. You can search for him on Instagram and on Twitter at Image Crystalia. Yeah, you will see it scrolling on the screen right now. Image Cristala. You can follow him as well, and for any of your events and occasions that you have. But for me, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Elegbete1. On Instagram, I'm at Elegbete1. You can't follow me on Facebook anymore because my friend list is filled up. I have over 1,000 people on my waiting list. I'm sorry about that, but we can always communicate. You can also drop a comment underneath this video and tell me how you feel about it. There are ways to improve it. You can mention, you can suggest, and we'll do it. Once again, my name is Edafe Matthew Esiogene. I work with Sports Radio 88.9 Bella FM, the best when it comes to sports, news, information, and all that. And you know that you can also peep into Sports Radio 88.9 Bella FM right now on www.brilla.net. You see it on the screen as well. Yes, we love you and we're grateful for this. This is not the only way you can also listen to Bet Tips. We have the Sports Odd Show from 10 a.m. if you listen to Sports Radio with me and Bafe Miraji, and on from Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays and Sunday, 11:45 to 12 noon, Saturdays and Sunday. Thank you very much. I love being in your screen. Bye-bye.